Right, just out testing out some new cycling gear this morning. Helmet with a nice long visor to block out the sun. I especially wanted that. And also I'm going to try mounting the camera on the helmet as well as on the chest for a while. See how we get on with that. So got about 20 miles planned this morning. So I won't talk much more. I'll just get going and play around with the cameras on the way. Well, starting off down our little local lane with the camera chest mounted and out onto a road that I wouldn't normally cycle down, the A120, incredibly busy road, but this was very early on a Sunday morning, so little traffic around. Fortunately, I could turn off pretty quickly onto Elm Lane. This is the road that will take me down to Fearing. And straight away we change from traffic danger to pothole danger. Well, it was a lovely morning, but it was a lot breezier than the video shows. Okay, so now switched over to the helmet. Well, we're now coming into Fearing Village. Well, the Bell pub here on the right, my wife and I used to call the Dead Cat pub because one day we went there and there was a dead cat in the garden. It had obviously been there for a long time. I was really pleased here as the traffic lights picked me up and changed to green as I was approaching. Sometimes they don't actually respond to cyclists. And now we're out onto Fearing Hill. The Sun Inn is a Grade 2 listed timber framed pub built around 1525, and it served people on the Old London Road. Evidence for a few other old houses along here. This road was an old Roman road linking Colchester and London. Right, so turning right onto Church Street, and not surprisingly down here we find the church. St Mary the Virgin Church has roots back 800 years from the 12th century Norman era, crossing the Greater Anglia main line here. Right, about 6 miles in now, heading towards Silver End. Don't often come down this way. In fact, I don't think I've been down this way for very, very many years. I was glad I was well over to the left hand side there. That van coming round the blind bend like that.
Now turn left.
Really? Another totally puzzling instruction from Komoot. Oh, just went over a bump there and my bottom and my wrists really felt it.
Follow this way for 1.47 mile.
Well, now we're out on the quieter, more secluded little lanes. They're very narrow and thankfully not much traffic, and some of these, I think including this one, are actually designated as quiet lanes.
In 750 feet, turn right onto Keeper's Lane. Take the next sharp right.
Obviously not this one. Oh, here's the church.
Now take a sharp right onto Cuffedge Lane.
This is the Holy Trinity Church, Bradwell. It's an early 12th century Norman built church which used rare medieval bricks and also repurposed Roman tile, which is often found in churches in this area. Unfortunately, I've never found the church open, but I think the inside is quite interesting. I stopped for a break at the lovely Bradwell Church. I did something on this a little while ago. I'll see if I can find it. So one of the reasons for this morning's ride was to try out the new kit. As you can see, I bought myself a new helmet. I wanted one with a really long peak on it to effectively block out the sun. I find the short peak ones are pretty ineffective, so I wanted that. I've also mounted a camera on the end of it just to see what the pictures are on that. Also new kit, the flip up sunglasses, you know, becoming a real old man, as my daughter says. And also I did buy some new cycling shorts. These are sort of MTB type shorts. Well, for a while here I mounted the camera on the handlebars. I had forgotten that the mount for the Go 3S body actually rattles around a bit on the handlebars, so I've turned down the rattly sound. Well, cycling down this lovely quiet lane, I'm alternating with the camera mounted on the chest mount and on the helmet mount, just to see what the differences are. Well, back on the handlebar mount, seems a bit smoother, but of course there's also that rattling noise. I've left that on this time. This guy came whizzing past effortlessly on his electric bike, of course. Here I was feeling so tired that I decided to take the slightly shorter route back, which meant retracing just a few of my steps. Back in Kelvedon again, and we're going to head back up Fearing Hill. Just crossing over the River Blackwater here. Passing the historic Sun Inn again. When we get further along here, instead of going back the same way we came, I'm going to go along the cycle path which runs along the A12. Now the A12 is an incredibly busy road. Bear in mind that this was early on a Sunday morning, and I've got about 3 miles to go along this cycle path. So I've speeded up the video a bit. It's not very pleasant. It's just a continuous barrage of traffic noise, as you'd expect. And the path is pretty broken up in places, with lots of weeds growing up out of it. You have to keep dodging around. Well, fortunately we've got back into Mark's Tay now, so just a little trip along the little lane here to get back to the estate. Up and over that same railway line that we saw in Kelvedon. Well, I don't mind admitting that I was very, very tired when I got back from this ride. Would you believe 19.4 miles again? Exactly the same as the previous two longish rides. This one hurt a bit more though. Wrists are still a bit sore, they got very achy towards the end. Don't like the liner very much in these new shorts. Thankfully it's a removable one, so I can take it out and put something else in. Okay, so until I see you again, look after yourselves, take care, all the best, and bye for now.